All right, and five, four, three, two, one. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Providence Lucha Talk. I'm your boy Jay Aguilar,
And this Susito.
and we're here to talk about everything and anything that had to do with wrestling. For those who have just found us, thank you. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel and our social media. We're talking about the YouTube, IG, Facebook, and the Twitter, Providence Lucha Talk or PL Talk. And also to listen to our full audio content, just follow us on your favorite podcast media app. Uh, it's the couple of days before Elimination Chamber, and WWE is definitely trying to make a statement. And by that, I want to start the conversation about my guy, Sami Zayn. Monday night, he had, I think, one of his best promo alongside with Cody Rhodes, with the assist of Cody Rhodes. And it was very motivational and very empowering. Seeing that Zayn, seeing what the bloodline have done, he has planned the things that they have planned and did what they have done. It came to, that, he's unsure if he's able to come out as the undisputed champion. But Cody Rhodes, being the professional that he is, gave a powerful response where the ending of it is that I don't want to see you next Monday on Raw,
WrestleMania.
but I want to see you at WrestleMania for those belts. Now, Lucito, what's your thoughts so far with the storyline that's occurring with Sami Zayn?
I think I appreciate that the Elimination Chamber, it's in Canada. I think I don't know if it was coincidence or however booking, but it was just perfect timing.
Okay.
I think this is a good like go home show for him, and he's gonna get the crowd. I do really honestly, I want him to win the title. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. We'll get into it when we do our predictions, but it'll be great. I think it could go either way. So he could win it, or we could have another Montreal screw job again, kind of like the 2022 version of it. Cody's promo, I liked it because he gave us the week before a kind of a sentimental and like old school promo with Paul Heyman, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to see kind of like the background story between them, and kind of they went off the cuff because you could tell it wasn't prepared.
Oh, yeah.
It was like
got
just
personal.
it was like just like off the heart, which is great. But basically, he transitioned from a personal one to like now he's kind of being a cheerleader for Sami. It could be maybe he doesn't want Roman, maybe he wants to see Sami. I think either way, he's playing it smart because whoever comes out of the chamber, he's gonna face because he's guaranteed a match. But I think it'll be good it'd be good for his legacy if he defeated Roman. But I'm more interested of if I see him and Sami, because you have somebody that it's basically like the prodigal son coming back. Is it Cody and like never being like main event in WrestleMania for the title? Now it's like that's his final like chapter, and Sami now being over, kind of sort of Sami Mania, like he's like the guy that everybody's rooting for.
Sami Mania is definitely real. As real as the energy that we experience from Raw. I appreciate the audience participation in this too, because both audiences were both side,
Yeah.
but it seems like they're also in favor with Sami a little bit more than Cody. Cody is, like you said, he's guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Day one or day two of WrestleMania, he's main evented. You know what I'm saying? And it's for those belts. I made a bold prediction last episode, and I'll still stay with my prediction. I believe we're gonna see a repeat, not of the greatest screw job that happened in WWE against Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, but the underdog story that was told with Daniel Bryan, Bautista,
And
and Randy Orton. Now, the ending last week, I was really confirmed. Like, yeah, like maybe Sami should win it at WrestleMania. So my prediction for those who didn't listen to our last episode was that in the Elimination Chamber, you know, Sami will win by DQ. He's gonna get DQ, and because of the DQ, it's going to be granted that he'll be now part of that championship match in a triple threat match. Something similar that occurred with Daniel Bryan when Randy Orton was the undisputed champion. He had both belt, and Bautista won the Royal Rumble that year. But in that ending, it was Daniel Bryan. This one, I don't know, bro. Honestly, I'm hoping it does become a triple threat, because then there's more of a balance and a little bit more protection for Roman Reigns, because he has never been pinned. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So this is like a very, not an eggshell type of conversation, but it seems that they just want to make sure that Roman looks good for 2023.
Because I think he did a match. What was it with Edge and? Because he pinned them both. I think it was Edge and was Edge and Daniel Bryan.
Ooh,
like so like he basically like retired both of them out of like he paid both of them.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, because I feel like
talk about
there is, because we mentioned Money in the Bank. That's like something floating in the clouds. Maybe in the future, potentially you could throw Sami in. The worst case scenario, Sami could earn another opportunity.
Money in the Bank. Yep.
And Roman, like basically Sami could get pinned by either or, and like. That's the way it could happen. Or even the way that you mentioned that last week, that Roman gets submitted by both and they have to split the title.
That's a real, yeah. I mean,
like that's not extreme, but that's like a good possibility that could happen.
Because I mean, like that's the one way, because as many of us know, WWE have been announcing that there's going to be a superstar shakeup, which means that people that you usually see in Raw and SmackDown, they're going to be transfer over, and we're going to see like a new format. Now, the one thing that we're still unsure of is just that, should the heavyweight be separated for each respective show? So that means if Roman is still champion by at the end of WrestleMania, does he stay doing both shows? And then B, another thing too is the tag team. Do the tag team get unified? Because ideally, Roman was supposed to present like a unified version.
I think there was like a black version.
Yeah, there was like an idea of a black version of the belt.
Yeah.
And then the tag team were the ones that, similar to the women's tag team belt, they're the one that work both shows. But the question is,
I think that would have been good, especially for the Usos, because they could work with everybody and like have contenders line up no matter what for both shows.
So when it comes to the heavyweight, is like, do you need one to represent each Monday and Friday, and with two individuals, or do you want the one person to continue doing both? Yeah. Which again, Sami being involved in WrestleMania, I think even make it more sense for him to be part of. And honestly, and like I mentioned before, it's about protection for Roman Reigns, because if Roman does lose, he doesn't have to lose by a pin on him. Yeah. It could be on Sami or on Cody. The submission, he didn't get pinned, he got submitted. So it means that, his streak keep going on. Disqualification, you allow the bloodline to try to interfere, trying to be part of it, and nobody's gonna get DQ.
And I think it wouldn't be DQ because it'd be triple threat, so it'd be kind of like a free fall too. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's tough because it's.
It makes sense to me. It just make like the more we talk about it every single week, the more clear and clear is like Sami has to be in WrestleMania for that match, because
I know Sami wants to. Cody wants to bring the Wing Eagle back. I feel they should redo the titles, or even bring the Wing Eagle to. Yeah, the Wing Eagle to Raw and the Big Gold to SmackDown. And at least it's prestigious enough, the titles. And each company, basically one is USA and one is Fox. Each of them gets their own champion, new merchandising, or even old merchandising reissued. And they could make more money from that. But unifying's good, but it's like if it was in one show, two shows, like it's tough. Like that's kind of what happens with AEW. Okay, they do have one champion, but he only appears in one show. He doesn't appear on the Friday show. So I feel like if each show has their own champion and don't minimize the other, because sometimes that's what happened with Big E and other people. The SmackDown was more popular, or the guy, and the other guy was just like a title holder. So like, do you need to make both titles or whoever's champion like both equally important? But that's the only thing. It's tough.
Well, this is a really good topic because what I'm understanding and how I'm translating your thoughts is that when it comes after everything's said and done, right? And we're talking about the future of WWE, you do want to make sure that whoever's on the left-hand side matches on the right-hand side. You know what I'm saying? Like my left hand to my right hand. And yes, there have not been a good equal billion, I think that's the word, of like when, let's say if it's Big E, you know, then you had someone like Rey Mysterio or
I think you had when Big E was champion, you had also you had Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. They even McIntyre. You're gonna have more like marketing and stuff on one side than Big E. Big E's good doing his thing, but like he wasn't like propped up. That was the issue. Like,
and then there was a time that you had Triple H, and then you had The Rock, then you had Stone Cold and Triple H. So it like a good balance. I definitely agree with. So with these young future stars, the stars that they have now, honestly, people who can like really balance each other out are like Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, of course, Kevin Owens.
You have like Sheamus, McIntyre.
I mean.
You know what I'm saying? So at least you keep up, like
you could definitely give Austin Theory
at least a shot, like contender
or a title holder, because like the Miz is a good person too. People with experience, so they
need to. I feel that they need to make both shows equal, because like one show
is have an hour more against the other, so it's hard to be as equal, but it has to be it
has to be balanced. Like I know it's
balanced in how they prep their matches. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing personally I don't like about Friday night is that instead of focusing on a full match to be like set and done, usually it's interrupted, or we're focusing more on promos than actual wrestling action, which that to me loses some type of taste. With Raw, because they have that extra hour, sure, there's more like, you know, bantering here and there, but at least certain matches do get completed. And that's the thing for me, is like I need matches to be completed, so I know that, okay, now that this person is out, who's the next person for this guy? Then me being like, oh great, the beef is still going. When is this match? Oh, it's gonna happen on the pay-per-view. When is the pay-per-view? Oh, 2 to 3 more weeks. I gotta deal.
Because either that or just
it's a process.
Yeah, because they either need to finish splitting and making everything equal, like two separate shows, and like not the stories don't blend in, but the only time they connect to each other, it's like Survivor Series or like co-branded pay-per-views.
Oh yeah,
or do it like how they used to do. There's one champion for everything, and make both shows like continuous stories.
That was a good, like, I had no problem with that.
But at least the stories make sense. Like for whatever happened Friday and continue Monday, and let's say they set up a match. There'll be promo Friday and match Monday, and promo Monday and match, like, so at least both shows have like its balance.
But I also had no problem with the pay-per-view stuff, because one had No Mercy, the other one had Hell in a Cell, and the other one had some BS name, and then the other one had Forgiveness, and it was like,
and each show has their own champion per se. Do you have a U.S. champion? You have Intercontinental.
Absolutely.
That one champion could rotate through, but like not make it too messy with the multiple championship, and you could build contenders for both shows, and that person could rotate, but like make it make sense. Like it's.
I mean, I think the years of multi-championship, I think it's slowly gonna be at a pause to me, because you know they gotta just refresh everything. You know what I'm saying? Just reset it, boom, 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 and then just start again with your storyline. See who's gonna work with Charlotte, who's gonna have Becky, who's gonna have, now instead of Sasha, now you have Bianca. You gotta put respect on Bianca. You gotta put respect on Bayley, because Bailey got a whole freaking crew. Charlotte's by herself. What's her name again? Becky is by herself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about balancing it out. Girls with girls, tag teams. A tag team to me,
That's the weakest for WWE, I think.
I feel like it got to be on both sides. Like each team should be able to travel on both sides and work it out, figure out who's going for the belt because it's hard. It's hard for them, but coming out of this rabbit hole, and just going back to the main topic or the main focus of this conversation, Sami Zayn definitely is in a good lighting. He has the crowd support. People are still talking to him People are still talking about him on Twitter and on social media.
Yeah.
Now, Friday on the next SmackDown show before Elimination Chamber, they're in Montreal. He's gonna get even a bigger pop. The Bloodline might do something, even though
they got told to be home.
Oh yeah, Roman did told the Usos to stay home, but
And that was great because he was like, they need to stay home because you see things at home you don't see live. So therefore, he was home when he stuck in and like tried to talk to one of the Uso brothers.
Yeah,
so,
and also he probably saw on TV too. Oh, why is Jay getting the acknowledgement from Sami Zayn? Why he is with on my side? Solo, that's another dude too. I wonder what they're gonna do with the Solo character once everything is said and done. Because I feel like he's gonna be in a full rampage for like once they release like the Bloodline and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna go in a rampage.
Yeah, he's basically gonna get that like Umaga treatment. Like he should be that. He's booked that way, but like he should be kind of like what Umaga was.
Like hopefully wild and free and just like definitely go for the titles real soon. So
yeah, the only thing Roman Reigns is like I understand. I don't know. For me, it's just like how leadership. That's like two ways. You can either show people that you're a leader, or you tell people you're a leader.
Either I feel love them, or
so I feel like
they love you or they fear you.
So I feel like he's paranoid because like he lost control of the situation, and he's trying to like enforce something that like you lost control already. Now I feel like it's a little too late to like rein in, especially the Usos. He might have Solo, but I think Solo's gonna be split between brothers and like family, like not between family, but like brothers and like the chief. So it's like, do I kind of acknowledge the chief or get back on my brothers?
That's a really big one right there, my guy.
And I hope he picks his brother, but who knows? I think
I feel like what Jay is doing, I feel like Solo has to be a little bit more dramatic. Yeah. He has to sell it to the max, and so far we know he's not much of a talker, so it's more of him just doing action, just go in the ring, interrupt some matches, pick fights, beat fights, put himself in a position where he gets closer to either the mid or the heavyweight belt.
Yeah, he'll be good for the IC or that like US would be great. Like,
and the only person that should be like trying to calm him down is either the Uso or maybe Sami, maybe Roman. I think once he's finally pinned, then I think it's going to be very interesting to see, if they're going to put him to rest for a bit, and then just focus on Cody and the other heavyweight champion, so that way the business keep going. Roman will still be relevant, but I feel like I think he's going to get more like a Brock Lesnar treatment,
and I feel like he deserves a break too. So like he's been
working since the pandemic, yeah,
which is fine. But I feel like now it's a good chance. Like now he's like mainstreaming everything. Like try to pick up a movie or something just to diversify your portfolio,
or try to get yourself into the XFL. That's also going to be started on the same day Elimination Chamber is on, but on earlier schedule, like on ABC. So that's going to be an interesting watch. So let's talk about the Elimination Chamber, okay? Let's do our prediction. Let's talk about it and see, even though, we gave some insight of our picks for one particular match, there's still about 4 other ones that we should talk about. So to conclude, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. I say Sami Zayn win DQ. by the bloodline, and by the bloodline, I'm seeing either Jay or Solo like interrupting this match.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough because there's no like chamber rules or nothing. It looks like a regular match. Sami needs to continue at least to Mania, so I feel like I will go with that same thing, like some type of DQ or find a way to like. I feel like he's gonna pin him, and there's not gonna be a ref available. People are gonna count like
they're gonna count to 10.
Yeah, but like somehow like it's gonna be like a DQ. Like they're gonna be everybody's gonna come in and trying to do a beatdown. But I think he's gonna. I don't want him to lose, but I think something's gonna happen like Montreal Screwjob and like end up losing, unfortunately.
Yeah. So either or, we agree. Yeah. Roman's still walking out with the belts,
still champion. Yeah,
but hopefully it's by DQ. Another heavy hitting match is the Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. It's a single match, no specials. Stipulation. Wow, words. With what we've been seeing so far on Raw, because that's where Bobby and Brock has been doing a lot of their bantering. Who you see in favor for?
Bobby Lashley. I know he basically sort of went heel on the last promo that he did. But we need this chapter to be over with. I think they're 1-1 each. Bobby Lashley.
It's round 3. Yep.
Bobby Lashley has to win it.
I'm gonna go with Brock, and I'm going with Brock because I think I want Bobby to be hungry enough to get one more match at WrestleMania. Because to me, I said it before, this is a WrestleMania match. It's cool that it's on a pay-per-view like Elimination Chamber, but this is a pay-per-view WrestleMania type of match. This is something that you put on the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Or right before the heavyweight or the main championship.
Oh, this could even be the opener.
Oh, I mean, Brock has opened WrestleMania before. I mean, he faced Seth Rollins, and Seth won the WWE Championship from him. So, yeah,
them two opening, that'd be like
that's heavy hitting. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to see this in Mania, but for this match, you pick Bobby. I'm gonna go with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I think I picked Bobby, but I think Brock is gonna keep poking and prodding until he gets not a rematch, but like the final chapter might be at Mania.
Because if Bobby win, Brock could still try to get a rematch at Mania. If Brock win, I feel like Bobby just gonna do some crazy stuff that he'd be like, all right, this cannot be any regular match. This gotta go.
And this is gonna be believable
because bars type of match. It has to go MMA type of style and
like cage match or something like.
I mean,
and then WrestleMania.
I mean, in the SoFi Stadium. I mean, if the budget's there, go for it. I mean, Hell in a Cell did happen in WrestleMania, so like a cage match would be dope.
Because like Bobby, for me, I feel like Bobby needs to especially for him, he needs to reassert his authority, be another now. Before Brock Lesnar, he looked beatable, or people found a way to misbeat him, Theory beat him, and it's just you are losing momentum, and you're not a feature guy. So I think we will see this, I think, again for WrestleMania.
I'm hoping so, brother. I'm really hoping so. A good match is a match that not sure if it's gonna have its ending in Elimination Chamber, but it's a mixed tag team match. We have the Grit couple of Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Judgment Day, combination of Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. So with this match,
Canada, it's obvious.
It's obvious. I'm hoping it is.
Ripley cannot. Finn Balor's gonna take the pin or submission or whatever. He's gonna lose. Okay. Ripley cannot. She's the number 1 contender, Royal Rumble winner. You cannot mess with that.
Bet.
I think we could see Charlotte come in and pull away, distract Rhea and get her out or some type of way like that. But I think Finn Balor, unfortunately, he's gonna get
I don't think Charlotte played that messy. She doesn't have to.
I hope they don't make.
She only got to do is talk shit on the mic, like Rhea been doing on Monday, because I didn't see Friday. Rhea,
but I hope they. I hope it's not a triple threat of Mania. I hope not.
Oh, with Beth Phoenix?
I hope not.
Why?
I hope not.
There is no reason why Beth.
We need this chapter.
Sammy is a whole different conversation.
But like,
Beth, it has nothing.
But
to
I
do.
feel like we need to finish this chapter of Charlotte and Rhea Ripley.
But that's
my Finn Balor. Unfortunately, he's gonna take the loss for that one.
If he take the loss, that's great. But Rhea, with her promos on Monday night, even though she'd be like, yeah, I got to deal with the grit couple, but my eyes is on Charlotte focus, and I'm going to come out as champion. So, I think it's the mic work that has to be more finesse and focus on. So,
but it's Canada. I'm like, it has to be.
It's also Black History Month, and we still, the New Day lost the championship.
Well, they lost a little bit before Black History Month. Well, Canada, you have to. It's everybody's gonna be rooting for Edge, and like you have to. Edge has to, and I feel like Edge has to pull off something. Like he hasn't won in a while with a submission. I feel like he gotta pull that off, like with the sharpshooter or whatever he does. Like, because it's Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like at the whole like Canada thing.
Beth Phoenix, I remember her using sharpshooter too. All right, bet. Do you want to do the men's or the women's elimination chamber match?
I think the women might be a little bit quicker. The men's, I'm still trying to figure out like.
So for the women's elimination chamber match, winner will face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship, and we have the Empress Asuka, Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalia, and Carmella. And honestly, doing research and looking at these females, right? Liv Morgan is one that has more experience in the elimination chamber. Asuka is still
Asuka, and especially the new one. There's two people out of this match.
But the dark horse is Carmella for some reason, and I want it to be Raquel. I want Raquel to be right behind Asuka in favor of winning this match. But it really is Asuka, Liv, Raquel. Natalia is definitely at the bottom.
Yeah, she's just there as a placeholder.
Dark horse, and Nikki is the crazy one. So Nikki's, I feel like she's the one who's going to be jumping off of the pod and doing some crazy stunt.
Damn, WrestleMania. I personally wouldn't want to see Natalia. She's good, but not against Bianca.
Not for WrestleMania.
Not for WrestleMania. No.
Nah,
Liv Morgan. No,
she doesn't got that momentum. Liv Morgan. I mean,
she already had her time.
She had the crowd though. She never had a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, but she already had her moment
as a champion.
Yes, she got her,
but not a WrestleMania.
Yeah, but she already got her 5 minutes of fame. Like she's set.
Yo, this guy.
Carmella's back, so she's kind of the dark horse of basically of the women's division.
Yeah, she is.
Nikki Cross got rebranded, so now she's a little unhinged.
Yeah, she's the one who's doing crazy stuff.
Asuka, it's God mode. Like she's like S level at the moment, like the new stuff. And Raquel, I want Raquel. Just for WrestleMania moment, Raquel, like two powerhouse Raquel against
your heart is in Raquel, but in your mind
it's in Asuka.
Is Asuka.
Yeah. Raquel. For me, I will say yes. Raquel Chamber, she's gonna come out victorious.
Yeah, Asuka is definitely not a person you want to miss out on. You know what I'm saying?
And also, why would you put Asuka if you're not gonna have her? You know what I'm saying? Like it's
because
like
Asuka is definitely. Yeah. Asuka is more a crowd favorite. That's why. Mm-hmm. That's why you have Asuka in this match, because she is the person who, people go be like, yeah, she's the baddest of the group. She has been a Grand Slam champion.
I would have swapped out Liv Morgan for Piper Niven for me. Just to throw,
I would have switched out freaking Carmella for Piper. Like I would.
But Carmella came back for a reason.
Yeah, because after unfortunately she had a miscarriage, and once she but
she was a couple of times champion already.
Physically prepped up. Yeah. Then she was ready to come back.
Yeah, but she's an X factor because she's been a champion and she's sneaky.
Only for SmackDown.
Yeah. But she's been a champion. The only one that hasn't been a champion has been Raquel. Yeah.
Yeah. But Raquel, I saw like a nice fan art that it showed like Rhea and Raquel holding the champions as like the future is here, because they're both under 30 years old.
Because I think they've done a picture with the three. I think Bianca was at NXT. No, Bianca was the SmackDown. Rhea was the Raw, and Raquel was the NXT. There's one picture of them three. I think it was a little bit after, like, WrestleMania a couple of years back.
Rhea had
The Raw.
I don't think Rhea ever had the.
I think it was the Raw one.
She never had the SmackDown.
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then what you said makes sense. Oh yeah, because Sasha had the blue belt. Yeah. That makes sense.
But I think Raquel, it's her time, at least for Mania.
For Mania, Asuka is definitely favorable by like 30-something%. You know what I'm saying? But Raquel is also right behind her. Is right behind her. But the person who I'm really like, I'm gonna keep my eyes out for, is Carmella.
Yeah. And the only thing I think is tough because it's for the Raw Women's Championship. So you need like something like Asuka. She's won it and she's had it. I feel like if it was for SmackDown, 100% would have been Raquel. No
hesitation in your voice.
Well, yeah, I think I'm still thinking Raquel, but yeah, I'm still like Asuka. It's like a close second for me.
Okay, I'm going with Asuka, but if Raquel win, I'm not gonna be mad about it. I won't. I will not be mad if she come out as the victorious. Best of luck, girls. Now, for the men, Elimination Chamber is very different. It's the first time ever that a midweight heavyweight belt is being defended. The U.S. title will be defended among the champion, Austin Theory. His opponents are Seth Rollins, Bronson, Damian Priest. We also have Monte Ford, and the last person is Johnny Gargano or Johnny Wrestling. Now, to me, before we go into our pick, to me, Seth Rollins and Austin Theory are, in my head, guaranteed WrestleMania matches.
Correct.
Already,
with the title, without the title, they're guaranteed WrestleMania matches.
Seth Rollins still is doing great with the promo about Logan Paul.
Yeah.
So with belt or without belt, that's gonna be its own match.
Yeah. I think he's lucky because he's able to take nothing, make it into something.
Oh yeah.
Like so, he's able to basically he's already punching a WrestleMania moment no matter what with whomever.
He's helping a part-time wrestling star to have a wrestling moment too, even though we're not seeing Logan Paul in WWE doing these matches but at least he's doing his part in getting them involved. So Seth Rollins, to me, his opponent will be Logan Paul at WrestleMania with or without the belt. Right. Austin Theory, supposedly, it's John Cena. Yeah. John Cena with the belt, that's kind of cool. Without the belt, it's still about like who is the prime.
True. It's like I think they have even for their promos. The past, future, and forever or something. So that's like the past and future. Whoever wins is gonna be like the forever.
Yeah, they're gonna be the forever, the now, the moment, and that's why to me, I don't think they're really going to be winners per se.
True.
I would like for them to be one of them to be winners.
Yeah. But I feel like they already had their Theory already cashed in the Money in the Bank. Mm-hmm. He went from like basically being Vince's like basically Vince being his daddy. So now now he's like a real champion. Like he seems more believable now. So I feel like it
took a while.
So I feel like now he accomplished what he had to accomplish. I feel like now somebody else to be the workhorse for that division. And there's other 3 contenders besides Seth and 4.
No, four.
Yeah, 4 more contenders.
You got Bronson.
Yeah, 4 more contenders for that.
Damian Priest and then Johnny Wrestling. Yeah. Now, Damian Priest have previously had the U.S. belt before losing it to Austin Theory or Bobby Lashley, one of those two. But I think it was Austin Theory. So I don't mind Damian Priest in gold. Right. Judgment Day, your women.
You got the Rhea and possible tag team or something.
That's a nice. That's a nice. Because
I don't think we've seen Finn. I don't think we've seen an attack team Finn and
who else?
Dominic. No, I'm saying Dominic and Finn. We haven't seen them together. I've seen Damian and Mysterio or Damian and Finn, but I don't think you've seen Finn with Dominic. So I think that'd be a interesting combination for a tag team.
Oh, I see. Like combination wise, or it could be like the free bird rule or the New Day rule if they want to update the name of it and have all three of them having the belt. So that's a dope idea. Johnny Gargano,
US champion wouldn't be too bad.
He is a Grand Slam in NXT. US NXT, he's a Grand Slam because he had all the belt, and the US will be a nice start for him. So he knows how to be a working horse. So I don't mind. That'll be dope. Bronson came from New Japan with a purpose, and so far he's working with Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler. So he's definitely worked with people who are going to be competitors day in, day out. So would the belt look good on him? Or is it his time right now?
Maybe.
And then Montez Ford. One half of the Street Profit.
Is he ready for a solo run?
Is he ready to lead the pack? Finally give us a vision of what he did with the tag team, and now bring that same charisma and energy and talent as a single heavyweight champion. Bro, this is a tough one.
Because I mean, Bronson Reed, it's not his time, so I feel like he's out.
I thought he was just Bronson. He's Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But I feel like he's out. He's a good piece for the
but
chamber.
He's not more favorable for you.
Yeah, I feel like he'll be like number 6 in the thing. I don't think neither the champion or Seth, for me, they're not coming out.
Yeah, I don't think.
So there's 3 left. So we have Damian, we have Montez, and we have Gargano. I would like Gargano or Montez. The issue is I'm just looking forward to Mania. So if Mania, Seth, and Theory are busy, so you can have a way, like basically Gargano versus, because that's kind of like the quickest story, just basically Theory wants his title back and you have the way kind of situation. Basically, you could have like loser, like let's say if Theory loses, he joins away, or however they want to make it. Montez Ford at Mania with a title. That'd be great. The only thing is going to be tough for him because he's competed. I haven't seen him be currently because he had like a moment when he went against Roman and like when he went to Solo's run. But I feel like it's been a while since we've seen him be taken serious as a solo person. But I think I'm thinking Damian because I just want to see the Judgment Day, not draped in gold, but Rhea Ripley and the US, and potentially we go see
talk about it,
like the tag team.
Yeah.
So Damian Priest, but yeah, it's gonna be tough because I think I don't want Bianca losing and then Montez losing to Mania, so it's gonna be I don't want them to be sad.
They're fine for life.
They're good, but I think Damian Priest is gonna end up winning that
with
one.
The royalties they have for previous matches and stuff. Oh, they're good. They're good.
I think Damian Priest is gonna end up.
I think Street Profit, one of their best tag team matches was in NXT in the ladder match, and Montez went stupid. Yeah. He went stupid in that match. I forgot who was the other competitors, but Street Profit was. I know. That was definitely the eye candy.
Yeah, because it's good to have a babyface as champion, but I feel like then Gargano, he'd be good, but the people he's gonna be competing is gonna be difficult.
So I hear you. I really do. I heard
like it's tough. It's just like, but I think Damian Priest is like the most like favorable out of everybody.
I would like Montez personally. I would like Montez to win the belt. Personally, I'll even pick him. I would like Montez to win this. Now, there is a chance that either Seth or Theory does win it, though.
Just pull it off. Like,
like my heart is with Montez. Like Montez win this, finally get your push. But then you said something very, very interesting, and you said WrestleMania. And so far,
that's the next one. That's the issue. Like,
there's no opponent. Yeah, there's no one to build up from that. You know what I'm saying? Seth Rollins, we already spoke about it. Logan Paul, Austin Theory, possibly John Cena. You know, Bronson. He have Dolph and he have Mustafa.
Yeah, but he's gonna destroy him.
But he still have competitors.
Yeah. Damon Priest, you could have Edge. You could have even everybody from the Chamber. Sully's
But Montez has not got himself involved.
Unless you want to do, I don't want to like ruin them, but unless you have him and Dawkins,
Angelo Dawkins, and I mean, didn't they have a one-on-one match recently?
No, I don't think they've battled each other yet.
Yeah, I don't think WrestleMania is the place to do it though.
But I'm saying something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, like because they've done it with FTR and Gargano and Ciampa, like teams facing each other because they have
Gargano could do Theory if Cena doesn't show up. He could work with
even Ciampa if he came back.
The Miz, he could work with the Miz. He could work with a lot of different individuals for it, but Montez is like
because even Kevin Owens could go against Gargano.
That would be very dope. Oh. That'd be so dope. Yeah,
but I feel the title. You know how the person, you shouldn't let the title make the person. I feel like if Gargano won the U.S. title, the title will make the person. Gargano wouldn't make the. Because I feel like everybody.
No.
Because I feel it's tough.
All,
like
you're gonna get the most craziest Marvel reference attire from Johnny Wrestling. You know it. He's been doing it in NXT.
Was he gonna do the Ant-Man? Because
he could do whatever he wants.
That's the most recent movie that's coming out.
He kills when it comes to like his attire for those people. He kills that. 2, let's not forget how well he carried the North American Championship.
Right.
The way how he did a great job with the main NXT Championship. So he knows how to be champion.
Yeah, but
he hasn't done it in a bigger.
But the competition, crowd, like the people that he's gonna be facing,
it's not a big crowd. But he
true. Well, the people that he's gonna be facing are gonna be more difficult than
Miz, Ciampa,
maybe Lashley if he wants to go.
Lashley, I mean, like it's gonna be difficult, but he has been there.
Yeah.
That's the beauty. That's the cool thing about Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Gargano is like he is the X factor to me in this match because if he wins, it's not a bad thing, but you know the championship is going to be in the good hands too. And he also has Dex Lumis as his bodyguard too. So it's not like he's going to be like, on his own like before. It's like he has. You
think we're going to see Lumis at the Chamber?
It'll be interesting. Indy. I wish Candice Ray was in it for Indy, but Indy is going to be facing JCJ. Yeah, JCJ.
But I think she's setting up. Indy's setting up people to prep them so she could leave NXT.
She's the gatekeeper.
She's basically like the Natalia of NXT, basically.
Yeah, the gatekeeper. She's making sure, you good? All right, beat me. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, damn. This is you. You're right.
That one's gonna be tough. But
you are right when you said this is a tough one to pick. But my heart's saying Montez Ford, but my mind is telling me like Theory might stay with the belt.
It's gonna sneak out of it again.
Yeah, Theory might just sneak out, and it sucks.
Well, so this will make it like not more difficult, but who do you think is gonna eliminate it first in that one? I honestly think.
I was thinking about that too.
I think it might be unfortunate. I think it might be Gargano.
I was thinking
because I think we might see.
So
if Bronson Reed's out and Gargano's he's done. Like
so. I thought in my head, I thought first person to be out is between, unfortunately, Gargano or Ford. Ford. One of those two will be out first. Then a heavyweight like Priest or Bronson to then be close enough where it's either Gargano, Rollins, and Theory or Ford, Rollins, and Theory to us then pick out or you're Damian because you said you have Damian Priest, but Damian Priest could be part of the final 3.
Yeah.
So it's a weird combination, but I know
it's tough. Like
Seth Rollins being eliminated soon, it means that Logan Paul appeared and distracted.
Either that or they probably just have him there just kind of like do your time there, just kind of like we already have your match ready for Mania. Just put your time in,
He
clock
is
in and clock out.
good.
Like yeah.
Becky's like Becky as well has a match.
Yeah.
Bailey is gonna have a match. You know, they're
Yeah.
fine. It's the future, which is the part that I'm stuck on, because I'm like, yes, I want Ford. Once again, I'm stuck on Ford. I want Ford to win this, but he doesn't have nothing to build off after that. No. There's nothing else. That's the crazy part.
And you can have people coming over from another brand to come across either. So it's just tough.
That is so tough. All right, but
I think Damien might
sneaking it out, but you know, my heart goes for Ford. My heart goes for if it counts on.
Yeah, I think probably either one of the first two might be either Seth or it might be Gargano. One of the first.
Man, this
I know it's
well. Do you agree with our picks? Do not let us know at the comment below. But yeah. Let's switch to the other side, because like I'm thinking of the future, and thinking of the future is just like it's giving me anxiety attacks.
That's the thing, it's tough, but it's like this is like the setup like finishing things up for Mania, and it's just like I know
they got Triple H. I know Triple H has something special for us, but it's just like hopefully it pays out. It pays out. Let's switch it up to AEW. So in AEW. One big announcement is that they're going to be having a Ring of Honor weekly show, and supposedly
exactly what we suggested. Like,
yeah,
they need like a YouTube.
And it's going to be on Thursday instead of any other day of the week. So they're not going to go compete with NXT.
They're going to be competing against NWA though. Well, true, but they're going to be competing against NWA,
right? Like, but. Yeah. To go against NXT, I guess they already be like, yeah, like we saw what happened when we tried to mix, you know, with the Wednesday War. So it's a cool thing. I'm happy about it. Supposedly it's going to be starting early in March. Not sure if it's fully paper and pen, but we did witness on the previous Dynamite show that Mark Briscoe won his second match, and he's now part of the AEW Elite family. He is all elite. What do you think of that presentation, and do you feel that there's going to be more of a future with him on Thursday than Wednesdays and Fridays?
It's good that they won Thursday, so they like if they're able to capitalize on that day, we literally have almost every day of wrestling, which is great for those who enjoy wrestling. The Briscoe thing, I like that they got signed. I feel like this gonna sound messed up, but I feel like this is they're being proactive, but I feel it's not out of sympathy, but I feel like unfortunately if the accident didn't happen, I don't think he would be all elite. Unfortunately, because him and his brother would have been or are a staple of Ring of Honor. So I feel like them beating FTR, and they would have been basically your stable, kind of like what Young Bucks are for AEW, the Briscoes are for Ring of Honor. So they would have been there.
Yeah.
I feel like he would have gotten matches and stuff, but I don't feel like he would have been kind of like a cameo or like done stuff like that.
Do you believe that the weekly program would have still happened if Jay was not in that unfortunate event?
I think it would have been quicker, because I feel like they would have had the tag team division like set. So you could throw literally anybody against them, and they could work with anybody, even with people in NWA. The issue is gonna be, I feel like the tag team they haven't really dealt or talked about what they're gonna do with the tag team division. Is he gonna have like people commemorative like tag teams, or he just picks random people to like work with them, or him dropping it? I don't know what they're going to do. I hope they handle that carefully, or they retire the tag team division like belt, so nobody else after, you know, Briscoes will be the last people in the books, and focus Ring of Honor as trios rather than tag team. Because now the new thing now is trios. They're trying to push the trios. So basically the trios be your tag team division, and the tag team division basically retired as with the Briscoe. Like
that's a really
so that's like the smoothest way to like handle that situation.
Honestly,
Because we saw what happened, for example, remember the Road Warriors? But Animal, when Hawk passed away, Animal, they kept giving him random people. And it worked for a little bit, but it's not the same.
But keep in mind, too, and I like what you said. I definitely agree with everything you just said, too. Like retiring it, having the Briscoe be the last one since they put 20-plus years, blood and sweat for the company and defending the title. 12th time, I think it is. 12. Yeah. Multiple-time champion for that brand. It'd be awesome. It will really be awesome if that belt was retired or with them, like the end. I don't think they're going to do that because the same way how rest his soul, Brody Lee passed away, miss you, bro. The TNT Championship still continue on.
True, but that's a single one, not a tag team.
Except Brody was the last one with the belt, and Brody belt. That belt right now is being held by Samoa Joe. In other words, that the championship lineage has to continue on.
Yeah, but that's a singles one. I feel like Ring of Honor could get away because they have a tag team and a trios. They could get away because they have a trios championship. So, like, the tag team, like a team division could continue on with trios. And I feel there's more teams that are better than tag teams and Ring of Honor. Because you have the BCC, you have the Embassy, you have, like, this teams that you could put together in threes, and it's more interactive and quicker paced than if it was a tag team.
I'm not mad at the idea. Like, honestly,
you know, like it's just.
Idea. I just feel like because of business and because of like what they might acquire in the near future, a pair is a tag team still got to be represented. Yeah, you know. True. They might do something cool in honoring Jay, do tournaments to see every year who be contended for the tag team in his honor. I don't think they're gonna retire it. If they do, I'll be like, yo, amen to that.
Because I feel like the Briscoe could focus on his his brother. Because I know his brother was more of the singles, like he's won a bunch of like single stuff.
Yep.
But I feel like if he focuses him as an individual, I feel like it alleviates some of the pressure of him being a tag team person. And now that we get to see him, what he could give us. We've seen in Ring of Honor, he got a bunch of matches by himself, but I feel like now it's a time for him to like reinvent himself, or even be the one that Cassidy has, like the
Atlantic Championship.
Something of that nature. So it's like you still could do a war tour with him, but I like give him something for him to do rather than carry a legacy of his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
I think they're just gonna relinquish the belt. Yeah. Personally, I think he could still have his single run. Mm-hmm. He's just not gonna be, a tag team. He could be managing. I could see him trying to be like the elites, that help runs the program, and he could take care of the tag team division. Be producing, advising. Mm-hmm. I could see him playing that role. I don't think I could see him being part of a team, but the belt, I think he's gonna have to relinquish it. Respectfully, like if they did it with Brody Lee, and Brody Lee has the same.
But they also changed the title too, so they went from the red one to the black one,
and then went back to the white one.
Yeah, so at least they switched.
So the belt could be redesigned. Yeah. He could be the last one with the original design. Yeah. The belt might have to be reintroduced in a tournament with his name, like Jay Briscoe or the Briscoe,
the invitation or whatever. Yeah,
exactly, in his honor. But like I said, if they retire it and focus on the trio, I would not be mad at the idea at all. I would not. I just don't see it. That's all.
Because I feel like the tag teams that were like popping for the Ring of Honor are either not contract expire, not available, or they're already busy with AEW. So it's like there's really no real tag teams at the moment for Ring of Honor that I could think of. Because FTR is gone. Young Bucks are AEW, but the trios. And there's really nobody. Like the Jericho Appreciation Society, okay, but like, no. And
I think they're going to be in the AEW side.
You know what I'm saying? That same Adam Cole with his boys, that makes more sense as the trios. rather, you know what I'm saying, the Red Dragons, like, and some of them are either still in the Indies or recovering from injury.
Officially, Athena, Claudio, Yuta, Samoa Joe, Paige, and his trio, the two other members in the trio, Brian Cage.
The Embassy.
The Embassy. Those group of people are guaranteed Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to be working.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be working.
Yeah, I know Dalton Castle's going to be over there. Then you're going to have, most likely, Garcia eventually do double duty, or, like, he's going to be probably competing for Ring of Honor and or AEW.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have a good bunch of people. And I wouldn't mind seeing Brian Danielson in Ring of Honor eventually. That'd be cool to see.
But we got to see if he could get this big one against MJF in 2 weeks, which it seems like it's pushing that way, but I don't think so. I would like to see him have that heavyweight belt, but at the same time, it's like MJF is still too hot, you know? So yeah, that good, strong point from you.
Because the Ring of Honor, I know I think they're going to pre-record most of the episodes and they're going to start releasing afterwards.
Pre-recording, definitely. Is it going to be on the road? I mean, like, if I buy a ticket for AEW, am I there till now 2 a.m. watching?
I hope not.
Dark,
Elevation,
Rampage, Dynamite, and also Ring of Honor in one sit.
Because they could do Ring of Honor before Rampage if they end up recording live on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do that.
It will work. Yeah. It will work pre-recording if they do take this route. If Elevation and Dark is stable in Florida, so your talents that usually do stay in Florida, work there, and then have your main, stars do the traveling, and then they could meet up. Because honestly, that's. For us as fans,
it was long. A couple of times they've done it.
Bro, last time I was with you guys, I left early. Yeah. Once Dynamite was done, I was like,
and you have to catch the train too. Or I think you took.
And
it was
I'm not paying that $30 to be stuck in traffic to get out. No, I paid $5 for public transportation to go and come back, and I was good. Free. It was all the way free until the fucking traffic on the highway. Well, that's a whole different story. So yeah, I cannot. And it's Wednesday too, so that means we got work.
I know that Thursday was rough.
That's another thing too. We have work.
That Thursday was rough.
Bro. Damn. All right. Here's a topic or something I talked to the Oracle. Shout out to the Oracle, who's been training up in Worcester alongside with I think his name is the guy that was Nikki in the Spirit Squad.
Okay.
He's the one who's running the program over there. So Oracle is doing really, really well. He got hurt real bad with the ropes one time.
Oh, they're ropes or cables? But there's ropes, two. Oh, okay.
It was the rope. No. He got hurt when I guess when he was like walking down and it was, New England cold, he kind of slipped and really hurt himself. So he had to be out for like a couple weeks, but now he's back into it and he's loving the whole thing. Shout out to the Oracle. But I was talking to him and I was like, bro, I'm a little disappointed that our conversation last week about the Trio Championship, the possibility of seeing the Elite versus BCC is now out the way, and we're going to have Moxley
again
versus Hangman Page in a Texas death match.
They don't need none of that stuff.
I'm like
you're wasting.
Why? Yeah. Because personally, personally, Oracle said this is something he predicted with his wife. He was like, it's going to be a death match. And that's what happened. I'm like, good for you.
But I feel like for that match, win, lose, or draw, neither of them get nothing out of it.
To him, I'm paraphrasing. To him, what excites him more is to see Hangman Page just going and taking that dark route versus, me seeing BCC, the Blackpool Combat Club, covering gold in Revolution.
Yeah.
Because sure, Moxley, it doesn't seem more of a team player, but he does fine.
Yeah. But it's just like you're wasting
fine for the stable.
You don't need. I don't need this match. Like you guys face each other. You already got a winner. That's it. Get over it. Like go get another story. Like there's nothing like, and you going like Adam Page is going. Hangman's going into Mox's world now.
It is,
and it's just like no, don't do that. Like
now he said, if Jericho, who never been in a match like that, did well with Nick Gage, who is the king of extreme matches, John Moxley is second to Nick Cage. True. And I know that he's going to like guide him and stuff, but the thing is, Adam Page doesn't seem like that dude. He doesn't get the women match, that street fight. Yeah. That was different. Like these girls just wanted, like, especially when you got a girl like Ruby Soho who just want to see blood and shit. Like that's different. But Adam is not that.
But guy. I feel like this match is pointless. Like it's just why do we need, like why don't you do it in Blood and Guts? That makes way more sense.
What's the difference between Blood and Guts and Deathmatch?
No, but I'm saying no. The name of the paper is Blood and Guts, and throw that in there, and that makes sense. Why do Revolution? Like no.
Thank you for
like it makes no sense. Like you could have done a triple threat with like the Dark Order and Hangman with the BCC, and then whoever wins out of that goes against the Young Bucks. Cool, like for the triple threat. But it's just sometimes Tony Khan is just like you just letting people like run your shop.
Like I explained to him, like Revolution, Elite, BCC, you're just putting a new standard. Like what the Elite did with the Death Triangle is like for me to not see the Elite for at least 2 months until Double or Nothing. At least 2 months without seeing Double or Nothing, and all I have to see is a whole different phase with the trio belt, get in a rematch.
What is it, Blood and Guts in the summer or like?
I'm just, it's, and he said like that's more of a Double or Nothing WrestleMania type of match than a Revolution. I'm like, I agree with you. I just need the Elite to be something else. You know what I'm saying? I need the Young Bucks to work the tag team division again, or Kenny Omega go for the TNT since he never hold that belt.
You see, Blood and Guts normally it's around May, so it's a couple of months from now. You could have held this program onto Blood and Guts.
They're gonna have beef regardless.
It's just so dumb. Like it's you guys need to be put away. You guys wrestled. It's done. Find somebody else to wrestle.
Now imagine this. Imagine if let's say would you want to see this match by any chance? Let's say the House of Black wins the trio belt, right? Okay. Would love to see Miro handicap match against House of Black for the trio championship?
And also Miro, like, what are you gonna do now? Like, there's nothing for you to do. It's tough.
It is tough for him. But would you like
when he was a TNT champion? Maybe.
Wow.
But not like now. Even his Redeemer thing, like your false gods or whatever. Yeah, nobody's with you at the moment. Like, there's no program. There's nothing for you. And
this sadly, that's like, the truth.
I know. The guy that everybody dislikes, it might possibly come back to AEW. CM Punk.
Yeah, CM Punk might be returning.
He needs to get the Brock Lesnar treatment. Come in, we need him. Sell a bunch of merchandise.
Miro or CM Punk?
No, CM Punk. Be the Brock. So literally, like, come in, do your thing, make all your money, go away for a little bit, come back when you need him. Like, use him sparingly. He don't need to be on TV 24/7.
So. Give more context. CM Punk, his contract wasn't buyout. There is rumor that he's going to be returning to AEW, as Lucito said. With the Young Bucks, so far they don't still see eye to eye with CM Punk. So I'm not sure exactly what Tony Khan might have in store for CM Punk. I pray to God there's no more Moxley in CM Punk. Just let him work with MJF or Daniel Bryanson. I mean, Daniel Bryanson was heavyweight champion when CM Punk was WWE champion.
Well,
so,
even you got him and Orange Cassidy.
or
Something
Orange
different.
Cassidy, have them work them out. But yeah, am I happy to see CM Punk return? Not really.
Like, I would like to honestly see CM Punk in Ring of Honor just to finish out where he started his career, finish it out in Ring of Honor.
that would be a good reason why they're doing the weekly show.
But he needs to be more.
What
like,
if CM Punk is going to be like the part of creative for Ring of Honor, then being part of AEW?
I feel like Ring of Honor, he needs to be the Jericho. But Jericho was with the Ring of Honor title.
No, he doesn't have to be a talent. He just got to be in the background.
He don't know how to do that.
He has to be like a Triple H.
He don't know how to do that.
What do you mean he doesn't know how to
He
do
wants all the spotlight.
that? He could be in the spotlight. He doesn't have to be in the match. He doesn't have to do shit but direct. The man all of us in life are doing hobbies and practicing craft for one day. We get our big break, and all we do is do what we love, get paid, and live our life. But he's already lived his life. He been paid.
But
all he has to do is direct, and he is good. He does not have to step. He does not have to do.
That's the thing.
Not a grab, not a hold, nothing. Only, all right, I would like for you to win this match, and then you drop the title, and then you do like. Let him take care of creative.
Even people that are not wrestlers, for example, like Vince, put themselves in the ring. You don't think CM Punk, quote unquote, the best in the world, would not want to be in the ring?
After a while, you don't see Vince in the ring taking bumps.
No, but like he gets.
Freaking Paul
gets involved.
Was like, yeah, I retired, bro. Yeah. I'm not gonna.
Like, he ain't retired.
CM
Punk. I don't think he's gonna.
Nah, he's retired. He's good. He's good. Like you don't need to lace your boots, put on a shirt, anything. Yeah. You just show up and be like, all right, I want you to do this. I want you to say this well.
Was he the one who came up with the Shield, or was it Jericho? I think it was him, right? That came up with the idea. The
Shield was,
I think, his idea.
It was formed behind him. It was formed to protect CM Punk during his reign as champion. That was the whole form of the Shield. But it was also alongside with Triple H, because there were his NXT boys, and Paul Heyman as well. Paul had some type of control of creative.
True,
But
no, he's might come back. Same thing with Thunder Rosa too. Might do another.
Thunder Rosa has been doing a great job commentary.
Yeah, but I think she'll be good in the ring. But the only issue is there's a lot of behind.
You're good right now for the women division. We're focusing on Britt. We're focusing on Saraya and Tony, Ruby Soho. We have Willow on the other side. Jade trying to make it to 75 or 60, whatever's that number. Athena is working, doing her. You know what I'm saying?
And the funny thing is, out of all those people, you forgot the most important one because her reign hasn't been memorable. Jamie Hayter. You see, that's how impactful has her championship been. You see, so they need to watch her.
You got me. I like that.
So like her reign hasn't been like, she hasn't faced anybody
because her true opponent
is gonna be Britt Baker. Yeah,
is Britt Baker, but they just been trying to prolong this, and it's like
basically Hayter's championship reign was as impactful as Hangman Page. Like they were champions, okay, but there's nothing.
Unfortunately, in order for her to truly shine, like Hashida did, I forgot how to pronounce her name. Like Hashida, Nyla Rose, even freaking Rio, when the first women champion for AEW. You got to do something memorable, and I feel like she has to be the one to pull the truth.
Because she faced Bunny. I'm like, Bunny hasn't done nothing. You don't need the Bunny.
Just hit her with the belt. Yeah. Just hit Britt Baker with the belt. Be like, I'm good. See you in Double or Nothing. Boom, boom, boom. And then you put your. Yeah. She got to do something that people remember her name, because you were right. I completely forgot about it. I was gonna say Carrie Hogan before her. Red Velvet.
Like it's
Dinamite. Yeah. I was gonna name everybody else.
But the champion. That's how. That's tough because it's like she's a good champion, good wrestler, but it's just like it hasn't been memorable. Like it's not.
Yeah. You right.
Jade needs to lose soon. Like I need Monet to come and beat Jade.
Monet has Kyrie for the New Japan. And talking about New Japan, AEW has been knocking very heavily on the door of one of New Japan top wrestler who's currently is the never open heavyweight champion for them, Mr.
Tomatonga.
One more time? Tomatonga.
Yeah. And Jay White's also free agent.
That's why I was like Tomatonga. So Tomatonga has had made comments that WWE has been heavily interested in him, seeing that his contract is soon to also expire alongside with Will Ospreay as well. And we know that Jay White Switchblade is no longer with New Japan. The question is,
where is going?
Where is he going? And what's going to happen with the other stars of New Japan? Because New Japan, sure, you have Monet, but Monet is not going to be just Japan. Monet is, like you predicted, is going to be the new belt collector for hopefully at least 5 companies.
Yeah. She'll definitely be the New Japan champion. I could see her go to Mexico, and there'll be good matches, and she could win the Mexico one.
AAA.
NWA, she could be the champion. Camille, that's gonna be a tough one.
I thought Mickey James is Impact.
Yeah.
Okay.
She could be Mickey James.
Oh hell yeah, all day.
But the ones that's gonna be difficult, I feel like it's gonna be Camille's gonna be difficult. I don't know if they're gonna let her go through NWA. But the final boss has to be Jade, and she has to take Jade out.
So no Jamie Hayter, is just Jade. Jade is
nobody else in the roster besides Monet that could beat Jade.
And okay,
that's the thing. It's like,
so here's a question. Maybe this might be our last segment for the night. But if Monet collects the belt of NWA, New Japan, Impact, right? That's 3. Let's say
AAA.
I
so
said
AAA, New Japan, Impact,
NWA,
maybe NWA, yeah.
Impact, Ring of Honor. Let's say she walks in with 5.
Oh yeah, she's destroying Athena.
She walks in with 5 belts to Jade. Do you see it being all or none type of belt match?
I think she's just that one.
Really? Yeah. I feel like she has to put everything on the line just to.
Yeah, but like
because
Jade doesn't. Okay. But Jade doesn't need that. Jade needs her to be.
Jade wants to be that bitch. Remember the interview he did with.
But she has to.
RJ she wants to be that bitch.
Yeah, but she has to beat the man to be the
right.
So she has to beat Monet.
She has to beat Monet
if she does.
But if Jade is like, oh, who cares? You got 5. I'm still running this shit. And then Monet be like, oh, word? How about I put my 5 to your 1 in your streak? Because it's the streak too. It has to balance it out. I feel like that's the one way people will.
But I will say like
money.
But Jade
all in money.
But
I don't think it's gonna happen all in.
But if Jade ends up winning for some reason,
all 5 belts.
She's gonna be so annoying.
But but she officially be that bitch. You know what I'm saying? She'll be that champ. Like
she's gonna be like unbeatable.
All the belts without doing all the work. That'd be freaking crazy. Because I'm surprised she has not gone to Ring of Honor and be like, all right, Athena,
I already beat you. Yeah.
I'm surprised she hasn't.
And also she hasn't. And also she hasn't even like she's a champion. She could literally be like, I got next for the AEW championship. And I'm surprised she hasn't.
Are we ready to see her as
we're not even ready for her to be the TBS champion. Like, you want to give her more responsibility? Like,
honestly, Jade has been fun. You know what I'm saying? But her character is telling us that she has to be like Thanos. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Either I have all the gems.
How many is 6, right?
Huh?
There you go. You got the 6.
Either I get all 6 within me, or you know what I'm saying, or I'm just gonna go out in the big bang with like one of the best women wrestler in our generation. It's like one of them got to get.
That wouldn't be a too bad. I wouldn't want to see Jade with everything, but that'd still be a good. Yeah, that's the only thing for her. Cause
imagine if she walks in dressing like Thanos. Is that a guarantee for you that she won it?
I gotta see what she got on. Then so far I've been 1 for 1. So 1 for 1, not too bad.
I mean, like, it'd be very, very interesting to see, guys. We have in depth ourselves. We have not only wet our toes, but the whole body, mind, and spirit with WWE, New Japan, AEW. The future is very, very interesting. We're really excited to see what happens on Friday, as well as what's going to happen Saturday. You, my friend, I hope you have a great trip.
Hopefully come over with some color. Hopefully we don't have to change the ISO over here.
I hopefully you take a vacation, enjoy it. You well deserved. Hopefully
I'll definitely be back for the
following week
for the first for the MJF and Daniel Bryan one. So it's the 5th. I'll be back the first.
So we're not even gonna do an episode this following week. We're gonna be on vacation for like 2 weeks.
I might throw something if I have service, something like a recap. But yeah,
I bet. So this is gonna be our we're gonna be on break. So well deserved. Enjoy it. Have fun, my guy. Guys, tune in with us real soon. Like I said, make sure you're following us, subscribe to our channel on the YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, Providence Lucha Talk or PLT Talk, as well as your favorite podcast media app. Just search for us. We're there. Comment, support us. Let us know what you think.
Sorry, is that time to go? No.
That's funny. With that being said, I'm your boy Jay Aguilar.
And this Lucito.
We say good night, buenas noches, and see you soon.
See ya.
Bye.